Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of G.T.E Professional Network Rate Podcast. I'm your host, Ed Peterson. Today's date is Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, June the 19th, as we celebrate Juneteenth. Just remembering our history as we continue on our movement in the marketplace and in this country. We want to make sure that we continue to remember our history and that we can continue to uplift and educate our young people as well, our children, so that way they can know that we won't be going back, we won't be repeating that old fashioned thing that happened back in the day. But as others may try to attempt to do that, we won't follow that. So I just wanted to share that. I want to welcome everyone to this edition of G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. So I'm your host again, Ed Peterson. And we're talking about some good things to help entrepreneurs, churches, and nonprofit organizations how to build and grow their network in the area where they do business, utilizing their website as a marketing tool and a lead generating machine. And what's relevant in the marketplace today, ladies and gentlemen, is what I've been getting inquiries. So thank you all for filling out the form on my website. If you have any questions you want to ask that we can be helpful toward, please feel free to fill out my form on my website at globaltouchenterprise.net. Again, I'm the development coach, and as a development coach, my goal is to help all entrepreneurs and guide them in reference to building their businesses effectively online and making sure that they have relevant websites and responsive websites and interactive websites that's relevant for today. And as technology continues to evolve, ladies and gentlemen, we have so many tools at our disposal. How do we know which tools that's going to benefit our business based on the industry we're in and based on what we do day by day? That's a good question to ask yourself. So you want to kind of get some insight to that. And so with that, what I'm saying today is going to give us some more opportunity to collapse time frames, because with these tools, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have to do a whole lot. We got automation, we got AI, and we have a lot of lead generating opportunities from our website as a hub. So that way all our marketing efforts must be directed to our website. If you have a form, if you're an e-commerce site and you're selling products and services on your website, then you want to make sure that everybody understands that as well and where to go. So all of your links, if you're using QR codes, which is another tool that we can use today to capture that, because everybody's using their mobile devices more than anything, or their tablets more than anything today, then you want to have your QR codes prepped and ready on your marketing campaigns, materials that you're going to be sharing and showcasing on social media, as well as on regular paper format that you want to send out to if you're out on events. If you're hosting events, you want to consistently do this on a regular, consistent basis. But again, we talked about before, as I say again, for the month of June, this is our growth series. And as we continue to uplift and educate all of our entrepreneurs and startup companies today, Global Touch Enterprise, we're a web design and marketing company based out of Houston, Texas. And we're here to assist as many entrepreneurs who give us the permission to do so and who want to learn as they earn about building their business on the right level and making sure that they utilize these tools, as I said earlier, to build effectively and becoming wise master builders. And as servant leaders, who's our target market that we're serving in the marketplace? Understanding our target market, and then understanding the type of marketing campaigns that you're going to be needing to do daily. Now, this have to be done every day. You can't miss a beat on this one. So we want to kind of give an insight to that and making sure that everybody understand across the country as well as around the world what is most important, what is relevant today in 2025. As we now moving into the third quarter of the year, which will be June, July, August, and September, we getting toward the fall month season, as this year is pretty much moving fast and forward now. We only have not even less than 6 months left in the year. How do we want to close out the year? How do we want to build a successful business? And what do we need to do to continue to engage with our customers, our target market, on a regular, consistent basis? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go into our topic today. And I was kind of getting into some insights from what I was reading on my forms from people that's filled out my forms on my website. And this is what I'm saying about why your website is so important, why it's important to have one, because now you can get organic feedback from your customers and your inquiries of people who want to learn more about you, your business, your product or services that you're providing. And the more you stay focused here, ladies and gentlemen, and point people to the website to fill out that form, now you got data that you can utilize so you can engage with them on a regular basis. And engagement is the key. And no matter what part of the country you're in, and if you're not even in this country, outside of the country, it doesn't matter. Your goal is to collect data. That's part of marketing. A lot of people miss out on that piece. They just think, well, it is about sharing my information, getting it. Yeah, that's true. But the other part is collecting data, getting information from them, getting feedback from them, and then replying and interacting with them on a consistent basis. Whether you're on social media, your website, any videos that you have, if you're on a YouTube channel, like such as myself, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Fanbase, which I love Fanbase, and any other platform out here, you want to make sure that you're consistently interacting with your target market. That is critical. And then you also have other social platforms, that you can go to, LinkedIn, and then you have Nextdoor. That's another community social platform. If you want to build up and see who's all in your community and you want to share information or products and services with them, Nextdoor is another good opportunity to showcase that as well. They do videos and also you can post your images and all of that on there too, and your content, your links to your website and all of that. Again, all marketing efforts, ladies and gentlemen, must be directed to your website. This is where you're going to generate all of the information you're going to need to assist them. And now that they do that, that gives them an opportunity, they opt in for you to share more information with them on the level and get with them on consistently on what their wants, need, and what they can afford. Because we're only satisfying three things in the marketplace is what people want, need, and can afford. So it gives us great pleasure today here at Global Touch Enterprise that we continue to educate and uplift our young people on entrepreneurship, utilizing technology today, and how it can be applicable based on your industry. But notice, technology is for every industry today. If you really think about it, it is. I can use technology for collapsing my time frame. Well, I don't have to hire a whole lot of people. I don't have to do a whole lot of things. As you can see now, Amazon is getting ready to do that right now with AI and cutting the workforce from physical people to digital people. And so what do you think about digital people today, ladies and gentlemen, in the marketplace? Well, McDonald's has already got digital people. So what did that do for us? We have to learn. We have to get behind the wheel of the technology and understand what is relevant. Because again, it's constantly moving. This is a bullet train now. Are you ready to get aboard it? And are you ready to take the necessary steps to achieve the goals that you're going to have to have because of the change that's happening? And it's for generation to generation. There's new technologies always that has been in the inception of this country as long as this world has been around. So there is no fighting against it. Embrace it and just continue to learn. Embrace it. Make sure you understand why you need to know this. And is this applicable for what industry I'm in today? And how can I be beneficial helping my consumers, my customers, my target market on a regular basis? And having a website is essential. You must have one. You can't go without a website. And I share this with a lot of brick and mortar locations today. They feel like I don't think I need a website, but think again, yes, you do. You do need a website. And you want to make sure that you're entering in the realm of the digital world where now you can meet more people faster than you could if they try to visit your location, physical location in the marketplace. And that's why online orders have created more webinars and online businesses have created more webinars than ever before. So you have to be on the cutting edge of technology. So that way you can grow faster, better, more efficient, more professional today. Notice. So the language that we use in our businesses based on our industries, and like my business in web design and marketing, there's a certain language we use here. But we're in every industry. There's no industry that we cannot touch in web design and marketing. whether we're in entertainment, whether we're into commercial, corporate, no matter where we are, personal, it doesn't matter. The goal is to use the technology as a tool to build and becoming wise master builders in the process. So that way we can continue to educate and uplift and empower the people that we want to reach on a regular basis. Empowering others is what helps us grow faster, better, more efficient. Without all of the drama, the misinformation, the disinformation, we don't need that. We can cut that out. Transparency, honesty, and quality customer service is the key. Treating others like how we want to be treated. Loving others as family. Treating our customers as family. And making sure that we don't leave one person behind today. And we can clean up our areas, our neighborhoods, our communities with the technology that we have. Now, if you have learned about what technology has done over the years, the history is there. And for me being a part of manufacturing, coming from manufacturing, working for big companies like Zenith Electronics, Motorola, and Hewlett Packard in Chicago, where I'm from originally, those companies have set the tone. And manufacturing in the United States has always set the tone. So don't get it twisted. But we have our manufacturing partners from other countries that help us as well as we help them. It's a global phenomenon, a global impact that we make when we share and help each other grow, no matter where we're from on this planet. And think about it. It's a planet of other planets that's around the solar system. So if you look at it on this scale, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to give you an opportunity to really understand what is most important for you in your world. You're creating your own world. God has given all of us a gift and a talent. How we use that gift and talent makes it or breaks it for us. You are creators in your own right. What do you want in your world? What do you want for your children? What do you want for their children? How do we continue the batons from generation to generation? As the other generation is getting older, there's a lot of younger generation that's going to need our help. So when it comes to building your business, think about it on the relationship marketing that we have. We call it RMs. And when you have an RM, relationship marketing, you put out there in the marketplace. Now you're building relationships with people. You're getting to know them. You're asking probing questions that's going to help you understand who they are, what they're about, and what they represent. What is their belief system? What are their values? And what do they want to see happen? So you are the coach of nonetheless of others, sharing with them, giving them ideas and concepts that's going to work for them and benefit them as well. So I wanted to kind of give you some insight for today as we continue on our growth series for the month of June, as we close out this month of June, moving into the month of July, which is starting the third quarter of the year. Now, it's 4 quarters every year. And if you look at the quarters now that we have, we do a 90-day run. And at the end of the 90th day, we kind of do our evaluations and reviews and see exactly what we've done that worked and what we've done that we can improve. So we evaluate. In your evaluation of your own business and your efforts of what you've done, are you satisfied with it? Are you able to get to the next point of your goal that you have set for your company, yourself, and for the people that you have working around you? Are you giving back? Are you constantly educating people on a regular basis about your product or service? And how easy accessible is your website for them to get in where they can engage and interact with you and fill out the form and make a comment and give you feedback? That's what it's really all about. You're collecting data consistently, daily, on a regular, consistent basis. So let's go into the topic that I want to get into today, because I was looking at some things and I said, well, we have some opportunities here where we can show business owners, startup companies, because my target market is startups. And I love working with startups because they have a clean slate, they don't know anything. And then I begin to share with them about the four stages of business that everybody should know about, in reference to your formulation stage, your concentration stage, your momentum stage, and then you have the stability stage. And of course, in your formulation stage, you don't know anything yet. So you're constantly formulating. But do you have a clear business plan, a marketing plan for your company? What is your startup looking like? Have you came up with a good business name for yourself, a logo, and what's your color scheme that you have for your business? Now, I've been getting a lot of inquiries as of late, ladies and gentlemen, on what's important for me to get started on an online business. And I've gotten so many of these requests and questions asked that I wanted to kind of put something together. So every Tuesdays and Thursdays, ladies and gentlemen, at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, G.T.E Professional Podcast, Network Podcast, is here to assist all entrepreneurs, startup companies. So that way we can educate and grow together in our communities as servant leaders. No matter where you are in this country, no matter what community you're serving in, you want to kind of get the information that's necessary to build. Now, you've already started probably having a customer base, an idea, demographics of people that you want to serve and have your information to based on your product and service. So to build a successful online business, though, you want to start by identifying a viable niche and business idea. Then you want to create a solid business plan. You want to establish a strong online presence and develop a marketing strategy. So let me give you the breakdown. So idea and planning is always going to be key facts here. So once you identify a niche, you're going to determine a specific area or market where you can offer unique value in that area or market area, target market. So if you're identifying a niche and you begin to see exactly what everybody's doing based on the number of people you're interacting with on a regular, consistent basis, if you're going to the grocery store, gas stations, or wherever, coffee shops, you notice the interaction of the people. And then if you look at the retail outlets that's near your area, either churches or nonprofit organization or any events that's being hosted in the community, you want to make sure you participate in that. That's how you're collecting information about what it is they're looking for. So you want to validate your idea, though. You want to do your research, definitely research your target audience, and then determine basically about their demands for your product or service. Is it in demand? Is it something that they'll be looking for? Is it something that they want, need, can afford? Again, we satisfy three things. If it is value and you validate it and it's worth it, then by all means, ladies and gentlemen, as a startup company, go for it. Do not hesitate. Do not wait. So you want to create a business plan as well. This is one of the basics, business 101. You got to know this. So you want to outline your goals, your target market, product and services that you're going to be providing in the marketplace. Then you want to be looking at marketing strategies and financial projections. What part of the industry of this niche that you want to be that you want to gain? Now, if you look at the industries today, and this is what I share with my startup companies when they ask me about building them a website or doing marketing campaigns for them, which I do as well, I'm doing an interview with them to give them some insights to see how much they know already about their industry and what they can do to be a participant in this industry, and what can they do different to make an impact in that industry. These are key concept goals and things that they're going to need. And so when I get that information from them, now I can begin to formulate a game plan as a development coach to help them, guide them on the way to their success where they want to go. But they have to create their own the idea of business plan, and I have to see exactly where they are and have they done their research about the industry that they want to be a participant in. So you want to choose a business structure too as well. Startup companies, you should know this. So you want to decide on a legal structure as an example, sole proprietorship or an LLC. And most people start off as doing DBAs, doing business as. Okay, that best suits your needs on when you're just getting started until you can grow your business and you want to get an LLC or you want to be a sole proprietorship, you can do that. But you want to understand your legal structure of it too. That's very important. So you want to secure funding. Now, startup companies. I know. Everybody's asked me this. Ed, I only got this amount. This is all I got. I need to grow. I need more money in order to complete the task that I need to fulfill my business. Okay, so when you're talking about securing funding, we talk about a lot of things we can do today. If you're a product business, you can start generating and making money right away. Even if you're a service business, it doesn't matter, either one of these. Or if you're doing both. It's all about determining how you finance your business, understanding what it costs to get it going, whether through personal savings, loans, or investments. And some people today, and this has been going on for some time now, where people are working a regular job full-time and they part-time on their business, their dream. So until they make enough income to replace the income that they're making at their full-time job, they'll work their part-time business or enterprise part-time until they get it done. But the money that you have, you're going to have to balance it a little bit. So whereas you're going to need to fund that because you're going to need equipment, you're going to need all these various things to get your business up and running. Now, if you already have it structured and you already got it to the point where you're making income right now, congratulations, you're on the right track. Continue. Do not quit. Do not give up. But continue to roll that out. Because the more customers you have in your organization, in your network, the better you come out and the stronger you begin to get, because everybody get a chance to understand exactly where you are. And again, if you have a professional looking website, if you have something that you can do, it's online based, this is going to help you too as well, because again, you can be anywhere and everywhere if you have an online business. So there's no problem with that. It's just how you go ahead and connect that with everybody else that you're interacting with. So when you want to secure funding, we got a lot of options that we can deal with. And we have a lot of people on in my network. So fill out the form, go to my website at globaltouchenterprise.net and go in and ask a question about if you need funding. We can get you some guides and help you secure some funding with some key people that I know that's in this industry of helping businesses, smart startup companies, and small businesses to not only get funding, also grants. And there's grants opportunities out here too as well. So, but now the question is, how do I build my online presence? So building your online presence, which is where my expertise come into play, is basically developing a website. And you want to create a professional website that showcases your brand and your product and services that you're providing in the marketplace. And once you have that, ladies and gentlemen, now you up and running to really start moving your product and service, your business on a regular daily basis. So you want to choose a platform that you want to go with when it comes to building your website. So you want to select a suitable e-commerce platform if you have a product business. If you're just doing services, a service business, it's still you want to get a suitable platform. Well, you got a lot of different web builders that you can use today. You got WordPress, you got Shopify, you got Squarespace, you got Wix, on any of the website builders, or even if you just pick a person who designed a web designer that can help you do that, such as my company, Global Touch Enterprise. We do this on a regular basis across the country and around the world. So it doesn't matter. It just depends on who you select as a go-to to help you put this together. Now, you want to register your business as well. Registration is key, ladies and gentlemen. You want to register your business name and obtain a necessary license or permits in your city and state that you reside in if that's necessary. Now, and if it is, fine, you want to get that. But you also want to establish your social media presence. One of the key facts that a lot of my business owners forget to do is understanding how to engage with your audience and promote your business on relevant platforms such as you got Facebook, you got YouTube if you want videos. You also have Instagram, you got LinkedIn, fan base, TikTok. You got a lot of these other platforms that you can go with. But my suggestion to everybody, especially startup companies, is not to flood the gates right away, but pick two right now that you can go with and that you know is familiar with. And then as you continue to evolve and advance, then you can start getting into others. Because there's so many out here on the social platforms that you can be a participant of. Like I was sharing with you, Nextdoor, which is a community social platform that you can use. You got Mixer, that's another one. So it's so many out here. How do I know which one is good for me? Well, whether it depends on where your target audience is and where they are the mostly on. And if you see them on social media like a Facebook or a LinkedIn or X or wherever they are, you want to definitely put out your marketing campaigns. We call social media marketing for them to get information for you as well. So marketing and sales is always a factor that a lot of startup companies ask me about when they're getting started. What can I do to really generate income with the marketing campaigns that they run on a regular basis? So we talk about implementing strategies like SEOs or search engine optimizations. I call it SEMs as well, search engine marketing. You're talking about content marketing, social media marketing, and paid advertising or paid, subscriptions that you can get to advertise your business on social platforms. That's out here. Now, you can do also Google Ads, which they charge roughly $500 a month to do that. But I also do it as well, which I only charge $79.95 a month to do marketing campaigns on the social platform and as well as on the search engines with Google, Yahoo, and Bing. So if you want to look at that, you want to kind of get yourself in position so that way you can be on the listing because Google updated their maps just recently. So you want to be on the listings, and if you have a brick and mortar location, then you want to basically have people to find your location where they can do that. Now, if you just an internet-based business and you just have a website only, then that's sky's the limit on that. They can just get to the link, click on your website link, and basically go to Shop Today, Drop There. And the good thing about having a website too, ladies and gentlemen, it's up 24/7. It doesn't sleep. And you don't have to worry about it ever shutting down, cussing you out, or anything like that. It's just an opportunity for you to make money while you sleep and making sure that you up 24/7 and that when you get orders and people are asking inquiries, that now it's automated where it automatically gives them or send them a reply based on when they fill out the forms or make a purchase on your website. Now you see why it's important to have one? So basically you want to drive traffic to your website. That's another strategy that we talk about. When you talk about utilizing various marketing channels to attract potential customers, your formation that you put together on your website, how it looks, easy navigation, is responsive, mobile friendly, and you have the forms where people can fill out the information or subscribe to your newsletter or whatever, then you want them to do that. If you have a YouTube channel, you want them to subscribe and go there too as well if you're posting videos. So it's a lot of golden opportunities here that you don't want to miss out on, that you want to be a participant in on a regular basis. So now you want to convert your visitors into customers. Now, this is an optimization part that a lot of people miss out on when I share this with them when I'm doing my SEOs, search engine optimization, or AdWords and keywords. When people on the search engine selecting particular questions that they're looking for, they notice the listing and pull up those list of companies that actually serve that particular question that they're serving or asking on the search engine on Google, Yahoo, or Bing. So to convert them though, when you optimize your website for conversions, you're going to provide excellent customer service. That's always a key factor. But when you're driving traffic to your website on a regular basis, this is how you're going to basically generate customers. And then this is how you're going to convert them to buyers, not just visitors, but to buyers. And so your visitors, to convert them to buyers, it's going to be based on what your content says on the website, how easy it is to navigate, and then what is your prices that you have selected, the price points for that. And again, we're solving problems. As a problem solver, our goal is to solve whatever problems that's having that the marketplace is having currently today to move the needle a little bit. So while we're converting visitors to customers, again, once we optimize our website with search engines and AdWords and keywords, we're putting down that together. We're providing excellent customer service and information. We're educating them. We let them know about the product and service. And then we're going to follow back up with them within a 48-hour period, time frame. 48 hours is all we need. No more 24, 48. That's old. That's outdated. 4 to 8. And then you can go 2 to 4. And then 1 to 2. So it depends on what question you're getting, what's the feedback you're going to get, and how fast you can fulfill that for that customer. The fortune is always in the follow-up. The more we follow up with our customers, ladies and gentlemen, the stronger we get, the better we come out. So you want to track your results too as well. So you want to monitor your website's traffic. Now, on the back office of the websites, they have analytics. They also have traction where you can track your results and people that visited the website, and also any customer feedback that they gave you. So you can identify areas to improve on your engagement with your target market. And the improvements is going to be based on what you get from them. Not what you can put out there, but what you can get from them. This is why collecting data is very important when you're building and growing your business. And so this is why we have your website capable of doing all of this, because it is a database as well, your website. And you can also move a lot of things on that level so you can continue to grow. So to maintain and grow your business online, you just got to provide excellent customer service, which is my key top factor to this. On always, quality customer service is key. You also want to continuously improve your website and product and services. So you want to stay up to date with the trends and adapt to your customer needs on a regular basis. And then you want to scale your business so you can explore opportunities to expand your product line, reach new markets, and increase your marketing efforts. As I continue to educate you all on this regularly, this is what's going to be the basis of us continuing to grow, utilizing AI, automation, all these various tools that we have at our disposal today to really grow faster, better, and not even waiting a long time to get a response. Now our responses are much more it's much more live now and more relevant and more rapid now that we don't even have to no longer wait, because we get a text on our phone, we get an email, anything that can come in SMS or any other format, then we're going to get that right away. So I want to thank you all for this opportunity, though, to give you these strategic tips on building your business online. And everybody's asked me, Ed, thank you for that. I want to thank you all for opportunities to share this opportunity with you and this message with you, and also for you filling out the form on my website and then like and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. So we're going to have more information to give you that's relevant, that's going to be impactful to you as you build and grow your business. That's what it's really all about. So it's all about the PHP effect, people helping people. So with that, I want to thank you all for this opportunity. Tune in next week, and we'll be talking about more growth series as we close out the month of June every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can check me out. And again, I want to thank you all for this opportunity, and I want you guys to keep the faith, and as always, keep building your dream.